Thank you again for organizing this incredible debate. We all are here because we do love San Francisco, because it is a beacon of innovation, because it has attracted diverse communities from all around the world. But we're at risk of losing that. Not so much for our generation, but for my children's generation. And I'm running for mayor, not so much for me, because we need to ensure that we preserve San Francisco and make San Francisco this beacon of opportunity for them. Right now, we have to offer solutions today. We don't have time to waste. We have a very challenging economy. We have very challenging times. We need to be able to offer solutions today. We're running a different kind of campaign where it's not just about me, it's about us. And we need your help to make this city work. This city needs solutions and your ideas for you to participate. We need your help to make sure Muni runs on time, or we can fix Muni. Because only with your input, only with your feedback, only with your ideas, and frankly only with your accountability, can we actually achieve that. Because what you'll hear is a lot of promises, just like you heard 8 years ago. I don't know what you're going to hear that's going to change that situation outside of what you can do. Well, here's what you can do about it. If you can participate in part of our campaign, if you can participate and offer your ideas, offer your solutions, offer your feedback, but most importantly, offer and make sure that we are all, as public officials, as a city, held accountable, held up to the San Francisco standards. We all deserve a world-class government. We deserve the very best. And as part of the campaign that we're running, we've called for your help when Go Solar SF was getting cut for funding. We've called for your help when Care Night Cash was looking to be repealed. And we're going to continue to call for your help to make sure that we fix Muni. But again, we're not going to wait till January to organize something. We want to start today. So please join us today. Thank you.
I've entered this crazy world that we're now, that I'm now a part of, because I really want to take the word of politics out of this and talk about public service, because that's what I feel like we've lost in San Francisco, the attention to serving the people in the community. When you are a leader, you have to set a plan, but you also have to think about what you want your impact to be. And people often ask me, what do you want your legacy to be? And the number one thing I say is educational excellence. I absolutely believe the mayor has to be the chief education advocate for the city and bring all organizations in the community together to significantly impact our public schools and create opportunity for all in our community, not just those that were lucky to get into the right school or into the right, with the lottery system. I don't think you can transform cultures, but I think you can influence cultures. And I think we have to bring a culture of an entrepreneurial spirit into City Hall, where people are rewarded for improving service for less money. Entrepreneurs do more than anyone thinks is possible with less than anyone thinks is possible. And we have to bring that into how we serve the people in this community. And then I always say, I think we have to build on our foundation of empathy. I feel like we're losing empathy in San Francisco. We tend to focus on those who maybe have the most money or the loudest voice, and there's a silent majority in our community that just is being lost and not served. I stopped playing musical chairs when I was a kid, and I think the city of San Francisco deserves leadership that's more than a game of musical chairs at City Hall, especially I'm known to be snarky. When Rose Pack is controlling the music, and Willie Brown, for as nice as he is pulling the seats. I'm going to continue to run an on-the-ground campaign out in every single neighborhood, continuing to listen to and engage with the important people in this community. I look forward to continuing to interact with you, and I look forward to having your support. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing us together tonight. I mentioned when I first came to San Francisco, I didn't know very many people. I didn't have many opportunities. My first job was pouring coffee from a coffee cart on the corner of Sansom and Market Street. And now I am raising a family in this city. And I worked on chairing the budget committee and balancing 2 budgets in this city as chair of the budget committee, closing up over $1 billion in budget deficits. I have sought to make sure that we have a vision that runs our budget and runs our legislation at City Hall. And I think that's something that's really lacking currently when we talk about this, what this election is about. I do not believe this election is about civility. This election is about how we can move this city forward to support all of our communities in San Francisco. I have a citywide perspective. I've chaired the Budget Committee 2 years in a row, but I live in a part of San Francisco that does not get its fair share of services. The southern part of San Francisco, where Muni doesn't work. You're lucky to get a minibus down to all the way past Geneva if you're on the 14 Mission Line. You are lucky to get your parks prevented from being privatized if you're out in the Merced Heights area of San Francisco. You are lucky that your home does not get foreclosed on because the city is being absent about how to deal with the foreclosure crisis. We need a citywide perspective that understands San Francisco from the southern part of the city to make sure that we are equitably responding to the needs of people all over this city. And that's what I offer. I have crafted budgets. I worked on landmark legislation like the local hire legislation that is putting people back to work. I want to make sure that we bring this vision back to Room 200 for the future of this city. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank the organizers tonight for this opportunity to be with you, and I also want to acknowledge my appreciation for each and every one of the candidates here in front of you. They do incredible work in their own capacities, and they've contributed to the city greatly. I also want to wish London Breathe happy birthday. I think that has to be nice. You know, I've been through many meetings this past 7 months, in fact, 22 years of government. And I know that at the heart of every resident of the city, they want to see someone in Room 200 who can get things done. You know, there is a lot of discussions about what the problems are. We've had many years where some of the same problems, whether it's crime, or whether it's lack of business, or lack of opportunity, get discussed over and over, and you hear about the problem in 10 different ways. And then, if we don't put our mind to it, people start doing the blame game, and they break down. These 7 months have been an incredible experiment with a new level of civility in City Hall. And I've enjoyed that because we've gotten things done. Incredible ability to work with the Board of Supervisors on filling a gap of $380 million, doing a consensus pension reform. How many other cities have announced a consensus pension reform with their labor groups? That is a wonderful thing to be done. So I'm about getting things done. I'm about wanting to make sure things are done to everybody's satisfaction. But I also have this vision. And I wanted to answer this question when everybody else was answering it earlier about the 49ers. Because I suspect the 49ers gave an eye to Santa Clara because they didn't think this was going to be a successful city for them. You know, sports teams are businesses. And they have to have a feel for whether or not the city's going to be successful for them. As mayor, I want the city to be so economically successful with its job creation that they will look to the Twitters, the Zyngas, the Salesforces, the new companies like Square coming in to be their marquee businesses that support the business of football. That's why I think they looked at the other eye. And we're about building their confidence back here because ultimately it's about hope and confidence in the city, and I want to be able to deliver on every promise that we make. Thank you very much.